Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today I just wanted to kind of show a tool score where I had to get some tools, and I just wanted to show what I got and what I made to make those tools work. Don't forget to have your Trump coffee, and we'll put you down here and show you what we got. So let's see. The first thing I did is I had to make this tool. So this is basically a score. I just had to make it myself. A slitting saw arbor that will fit in a collet. Simply because, and it'll fit a drill chuck too, 5/8 one, but I needed to shorten the distance in here. When you put that in a chuck, you got the distance of the chuck in the way, so it brings it down lower. So I just made this piece and turned it on the lathe, and now it fits all my hole saws. So works pretty good. I've done, as you can see, it's got metal in it, shavings, so it was used. So it worked. All right, then we had to fix my knurling tool, because we had a few issues with these bolts tightening up. When you go to tighten it up, it would squeeze these jaws in against these wheels, and we couldn't have that. And every time I was using this thing, the nuts would work its way off and just fall down in the lathe tray, and then the bolt would be stuck in there, and I'd have to keep holding it in there to keep it working. Well, I don't like my finger there while I'm doing jobs. So I decided to drill a hole in here, and barely had enough room for a set screw to put in there to hold a drill pin. So now there's no squishing on these jaws, so they will stay where they're at. And it seems to be working all right. But before I decided to fix that, I needed another set of blades, because I think these blades ain't worth a crap. So I went and got this knurling tool, and it opens up just as much as this one does. But I got it because it came with these extra wheels. 2 sets, in fact. So I said, well, hell, it's cheap enough to get the whole tool as a backup and have extra blades that fits this one and this one. So I got 3 sets of blades here, 2 here and 1 here, that I can use in my knurler. And if I ever need to use this one, it takes the same knurling blades. So that was a score fix. So then I had to go buy a tap and die for doing tubes on the air guns. And so I got this tap right, or this die, and the tap, which is a 28 by 1.0. And in my last video, I showed you how to use this without a holder. Well, I made this holder here, and guess what? I made it so that it would fit my original handles that I made for another tool holder that I made, which was this one. And it fits all my, because I make them all 3/8 threads, so that I can use these handles on everything. One of these days I'll decorate these handles and make them look a little bit better, but I kind of like them smooth, because when you're laying it, or when you're using it in a lathe, it's nice to have this smooth shaft so that you can set one end of it on top of your tool post, and that would hold it for you, and it will slide with the tool post, or across the tool post, because it's smooth. So I really haven't messed with it. But I 3D printed a holder. Now you might think, and I did the same thing. I thought the same identical thing. That ain't gonna hold up for crap. Well, this was a tap or a die that I bought for the buffer tubes so I could make buffer tubes and make my adapters to change from a folding stock to a non-folding stock adapter. Well, this was the tap I needed. And I went and put a set screw in the side of it to put in the holes for the die. And believe me, this here die is not coming out of this without me breaking this housing. So I tested it out, and it never spun a bit in it. It held it nice and strong, and as you can see, where I had it leaning up against the tool post to hold it, because I didn't have my handles in it at the time, I was in a hurry, and you can see the damage it done to this. And right there. Well, that was putting some pretty hard pressure on it, and it still never spun inside this plastic. So I decided to make one for the 28 millimeter also. So now from now on, when I need a tap handle, I'm going to make, and they're all going to be exactly the same size. I need to 3D print another one because I don't like them marks in it. But all of them's going to be the same size outside, but the inside hole is going to be different, as you can see. So we've got that taken care of. This is just extra bolt for that knurler. So then I went and got the tap and die for the 18 millimeter 1.5, and that is for the hammer barrel, the end of the barrel. That's the threads they used. They didn't use 18 millimeter 1.0, they used 1.5. Don't ask me why they would change the standard for an air rifle, but they did. So I think they're in cahoots with the tap and die companies, so that when you so you have to buy a tap and die for everything you do. And then I got the other one that matches the 28 millimeter by 1.0. So, and that thing is sharp, sharpest one I've had. Yes, couldn't afford it, but you got to do what you got to do to try to make money somewhere, and I don't seem to be doing a whole lot of that, making money. BisonAirRiflesandParts.com, I think, is a thing of the past now. But that is the tools that I've got here lately. I mean, I've gotten other tools. Let me check here. Actually, I did get another tool that I forgot about. This here is my old pop rivet gun, and I've had this thing for years. Well, the rivets kept getting stuck in it, and I mean stuck to the point where I had to take a punch to punch them out. And one day I got really pissed at it, and I started frickin' going off on it, and I did that. So now it don't hold straight. I mean, it still works, but man, this thing is just all kinds of floppy. As you can see, I bent something in there or broke something, and I broke the top off of it here. Yeah, getting mad ain't always the greatest thing, but it's something that's inevitable. It's going to happen eventually, and this just happened to be in my hand at the time I got pissed, because I got tired of messing with this thing. Every time I do a pop rivet, I had to spend another 10 minutes trying to get that frickin' thing out. So I don't know what was causing it, and I just decided time to get another one. I've had that thing since 2010, something like that. Quite a while. So I decided to get this one, and I'm not real tickled with it either. It still sticks in it too, but at least if I hit the trigger one more time, it will actually loosen up. So it takes a little bit more to get it to come out, but at least it still works. And I think it's getting better as I use it. So this was I'll let you read it. That is the model. And it's got all your setting or your different size dies. I've got the one for the 1/8 inch right now. And it works pretty nice. This kit actually came with some pop rivets. But I have noticed that some of these pop rivets will not go into the washers, the 1/8 inch washers that I have for pop rivets. It's almost as if somebody has went and pulled that just enough to swell that in to where it won't go into the washer. I don't know if they did that just to be an asshole or what, but I've got a whole container of these, and here is my washers, and these, well, that one's not it. These are the 1/8 inch, and they won't go. So basically, when I go to find a pop rivet, I have to pick one out. See, that one don't fit. So that one goes in the oversized size. Now that one goes right in. So that one's good in that spot. So somehow these have gotten mixed up to where I've got some misfits. And every once in a while I come across one that won't fit. And now I'm not going to find one because I'm doing a video. You know that, right? Let's try these other ones. But you can't really get good quality anymore. You can get quantity, but you ain't getting quality. You're not getting both. So, anyway, that should do it for my scores. If anybody wants that thing for parts, let me know. I might send it to you. I'm just joking. I'll use it for parts. I don't even know if these might not fit my other one. I doubt it very seriously. Let's check it and see. And these got an O-ring on them. Yep, different size. They did that so you couldn't do that. Oh well, it was worth a shot. So, if anybody can tell me what causes that, of course this one here doesn't matter if I find out how to fix it or not because I've done bent something. I'm not sure what I bent. But man, have you ever taken one of these heads apart? They're not easy to get back together. Anyway, now as far as Bison Air Rifles and Parts.com, I'm down to the point where I'm about ready to let it go. It's hard to let it go because if I make $15, that helps big time, literally big time. So it's hard for me to let it go for that very reason. I have sold one item in the last month that was from Bison Air Rifles and Parts. Now I did sell a barrel band to a guy that he bought a Big 9 50 cal, and he asked me to make a barrel band for him, and he sent that to me in a text message. So I made the barrel band. Then he decided to send me a message and say, "Well, I decided not to get the gun." So, but by the time he had said that, I had already shipped it with the other order that he had a barrel band break on the 357 I traded him for the hammer, and I was sending it with that, and I trusted him enough that it's good to have customers you can trust, and him I do trust. He'll be the guy I'll be getting slugs from now on. But that was the only other sale that I made, so that was 45 and 15. That's 60, right? 45, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, $60 in a month. That's not doing good. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and paid for this month. So I've got 41 days left of my site. So if I haven't sold anything by the time it goes dead again, I don't think I'm going to renew it, and I'm going to hate life doing it. But I don't see any point in keeping something if it ain't, and paying for something if it ain't making you enough money to pay for itself. It's just, that's a moron move to pay for something that is taking money instead of adding money to you. So I've been holding on to this site by the skin of my teeth for the past 6 months, maybe longer. So guys, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If I thought my parts were pretty good, and everybody says my parts are pretty good, maybe they're lying to me. I don't know, but it just seems awful funny that business just stopped, literally. Well, almost literally. $15 doesn't really constitute or justify having it. So, guys, if there's something I'm doing wrong, let me know. I don't know if you guys understand that I also make aluminum parts special made. If you guys need something made, give me measurements and I can make it. Even if I don't have it on my site, ask me. We might be able to make it. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be able to be made. So if you don't see it, get with me, guys. Send me an email. Let me know. Say, hey, I'm thinking about getting a part made. Would you like to give it a shot? And I'll most likely say, yeah, I'll try. If I can't, I'll let you know. If I can, I'll let you know. Either way, you're going to have an answer. So, anyway, oh, forgot about these. I made these things too. I've been 3D printing a lot here lately, and I made this box for my M28 tap, which will probably be a home in this now. So I'll just make a drawer for all these that I make and put them all in a row so I have different sized ones. This one's a 55 millimeter, and I'm not sure what this one is. But I've been making these little boxes for tapping dies. This one's my one I just got, 18 millimeter 1.5 for the hammer. And then we got the 18 millimeter 1.0. So kind of keeps them from being lammed around and stuff. This one I actually put the size in it, but then I had to take the size off of them. That's why I put stickers on them, because this is not a 28. So it doesn't make any sense to put that on there, but I did that one, so at least that one's going to have the right size on it. This one I have The rest of them I'll just have to use these labels, and I'll just use targets to put on it to indicate what's in it, so I don't have to open every single box. I can just look at the outside of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoy getting new tooling. And believe me, getting new tools in my shop is like a 5-year-old in front of the Christmas tree getting his presents. I am a sucker for tools. Don't ask me why, and if you're smart, stay the hell away from them, man. They're more expensive than anything. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Not that it matters, because my channel has been shadow banned by YouTube simply because of this frickin' man right here. Oh, Mr. Donald Trump. Donald Trump has caused me to be shadow banned by YouTube. So you're probably not even getting indications that my videos are going up. And I've tried monetizing my channel, some of the videos, because I need the money, guys. It's that simple. So I hate to have to monetize them, but I got to do what I got to do to survive. So for the past 3 months, I haven't monetized any of my videos, simply because now they're using that ad blocker as an excuse to not monetize my videos. Well, I got tired of that, so I just decided I just won't monetize any of them. If I can't make no money, they're not going to make no money. Plain and simple. Fair is fair, and love and war. So last night, or night before last, on my last video, I thought, well, this is lathe machining. What can possibly be wrong with monetizing this one? The air guns I pretty much gave up on. But now they've got it to the point where they pretend like all my videos are air gun videos. Once you put one up and they have to remove it or unmonetize it or put limited ads on it, once they do one, they do them all the same way. So now I can't monetize none of my videos for the simple reason, if I monetize it, it shows up limited to no ads, which means it's restricted. Then they'll let it go for about 2 to 3 days, and then they'll monetize it, fully monetize it. Well, by the time they monetize it, the flood of people that come to watch my videos, I get the most views within the first 2 days. By the time I'm able to get monetized, people have stopped watching my videos. I'm getting to the point where I'm lucky to get 100 views in a month. That is pitiful. But yet it tells me in all this information about my channel that it's a top-rated channel. What the hell are they considering top rate? The jackass that lives in a frickin' hole? I don't know. I'm getting a little aggravated, so I better quit that. But you know, between YouTube and some of the crybabies that wanted to try to take advantage of me, between them two, they've pretty much put me out of business. So I have been left to find other avenues for trying to offset my income. And believe me, it needs offset. Right now I need 250 gallon of LP gas, and guess what? It ain't going to happen. So Mr. Bison's going to be freezing this winter. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. I've got my side-by-side up for sale. I don't want to sell it. I've got my son's four-wheeler I just built for him for Christmas. I got it up for sale. Yes, he gave me permission. He said, well, sell it and take what you can get out of it and get gas in your tank, and then I'll take the rest. I said, okay. And I felt bad about that. I felt like a heel for building my son a four-wheeler and restoring it, only to ask him to sell it so I can put gas in my tank. Shame on me. But I have no choice in the matter. The side-by-side is worth $6,000. I'm not selling it for less than that. It'll rust to the ground before I sell it for less than that. Everything works on it. Everything's good on it. All the brakes are new. Well, you've seen all the work I've done to this thing. New seat, well, new to this thing, seats. And, I mean, I've done a lot of work to it. But people want me to just give it to them. I can't give it away. So, hopefully things work out. I'm kind of worried about this winter. This winter's going to be a terrible one for me. I can see it coming. But anyway, enough about the update on the shop. You guys have a good one. Later.